On this second day of March in 1972, the NASA Ames Research Pioneer 10 space probe is lofted from a new 3-stage Atlas-Centaur Launch Vehicle, a product of the Convair division of General Dynamics. Pioneer 10 is a significant first for humanity. It was the first to achieve the required escape velocity needed to depart the solar system, and as such it was the first to traverse the asteroid belt, and the first to reach the gas giant Jupiter. It is also the first to carry a message from Earth to any intelligent entity who might encounter it. More about that in a minute or two, but first, what were humans hoping they might find at Jupiter?
Late November 1973, 20 months after launch, Pioneer 10 closes in on Jupiter. Each hour brings the planet 20,000 miles closer. What lies below those inscrutable cloud tops? Could there be life in this maelstrom where pressures may reach 200,000 times Earth's? There are scientists who think that the answer might be yes. That deep in this raging atmosphere of ammonia, marsh gas, and helium.
This marsh gas reference and its 1966 UFO connection is not a mere coincidence.
The self-replicating spark may have been struck. One believer is Dr. Carl Sagan of Cornell University.
Jupiter has an atmosphere rich in hydrogen and its compounds, the same kind of atmosphere that the Earth had at the time of the origin of life. So we think that the building blocks of life, at least earthly life, are being produced on Jupiter today, raining down from the skies like manna from heaven. And Jupiter may be a vast planetary laboratory in the chemistry of the origin of life that's been working for about 5 billion years. It's by no means out of the question that there are forms of life in the clouds of Jupiter. And indeed, if you viewed the solar system from afar, I think you could make an argument that life on Jupiter was more likely than life anywhere else, including on the Earth.
Dr. Sagan also provided for Pioneer the famous picture postcard to extraterrestrial life.
But in the remote contingency that there are interstellar spacefaring societies which might someday pick up this derelict, no longer radioing, we thought we would put a message on it to indicate a little bit of where we are, when we are, and who we are. We think that the information on where we are and when we are, indicated in this part of the message by the configuration of certain cosmic objects called pulsars, will be completely obvious to any society capable of traveling between the stars. These two objects will be more mysterious because it is unlikely that there will be human beings anywhere else, even though there may be other creatures elsewhere. And the practice served a very useful purpose in making us think about what sort of impression we might wish to give to the cosmos.
If that isn't a picture of two shy people, I'd like to know what shyness is. Oh, what filth.
Do you think that's filth?
Certainly not. I'm denouncing people who think it is.
Thank you.
I think that everybody owes it to the world to prove they have pubic hair. And you've done it. You've done it, and I tell you that I applaud you for it.
I mean, you can prove it, though.
Why do you prove it now?
I don't feel that there's any great interest in it. Clearly, you must have felt the world wanted to know what your private parts looked like, and now the world knows. And I tell you, that's one of the greatest contributions to enlightenment and culture of our time.
Now, we just reckon that when it gets down to having to use violence, then you're playing the system's game. The establishment irritate you, pull your beard and flick your face to make you fight. Because once they've got you violent, then they know how to handle you. The only thing they don't know how to handle is non-violence and humor.